All right, everybody, welcome to the very imposing, intimidating, and what will be the wild card of this whole run to the championship. Iracing Superspeedway. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you coverage of tonight. And you're seeing it now. This massive facility is home for the next 2 hours to the Inspired Cup Series. Right now, Matt Morrison, Dustin Watney, Kate Cannon, Joseph Maddox, Zachary Tyler, your top five. Tyler making his debut tonight. Ben Kennard, Jeffrey Pepper, Stephen Henning Jr., Aaron Stanton, and Tyler Stone, your top 10. So entering tonight, as it stands, is pretty much, just mentioned it, the road to the championship. Wherein, after tonight, 3 weeks remaining. If your name is not inside the top 10 in the points, you will not be eligible for a championship. Along the bottom of the screen, you can see the drivers who are, as I call it, right above the bubble. Which means pretty much they are not mathematically locked in by more than a whole race worth of points. We're going to try to talk to each driver while we got a little bit of time. Let's start first with the man who right now is having a career year and sitting at a decent spot in the points. Let's get Jason Williams up here in the booth. Jason Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. How you doing, buddy?
I got you, Garrett. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Yes, I have. One time, and I'm scared to run this damn track because of it.
It's nearly like maybe Talladega, Bristol, Martinsville. Maybe got drunk one night and had a baby.
That's a hell of a damn scenario to think about. Jason, I'm going to ask you about this time last year. You were on the outside looking in. Ultimately, last season did not pan out for the 40 team, and you failed to make the playoffs. You're entering tonight at the same point in time, 7th in the points, plus 53 points to the good, almost a race worth of points. Does this race for you kind of make a make or break type of race, and how do you approach the unknown at a track like this?
Well, I think probably this race here could seal the deal, or maybe we could seal it either way. Probably it could make it put you out there on the 10th place, looking on the border to getting in, or maybe move you up enough to seal the deal to get in. So it's going to be a crapshoot, I'd say. I've never seen anything like this, but I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if we're going to ride and try to have a good finish. We're going to run it hard. I don't know what we're going to do.
I was about to ask you this last question before I let you head out. Right now, H&W Motorsports, 2 drivers on the outside. Hayden, obviously your son, just starting his journey in the Cup Series a little bit late. Bobby Hadaway, a race worth the points out. But right now, Jackson or James Hadaway, depending on how everybody knows it, enters tonight. Still the gatekeeper on that final first spot in by 16 over Hernandez. How critical will tonight be for H&W Motorsports to try to work together as a team and keep Jackson and yourself inside that bubble?
Well, yeah, we're going to have to, we done talked about that a little. Keep Jackson and myself kind of safe, but I don't know. We're going to have to work together to make this happen. And Hayden, I know he loves to get up there and run up front and win, but he knows he better help his daddy tonight.
Well, Jason, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you in victory lane. If not, Jason Williams has maintained, other than the one race he missed, a top 10 streak since Daytona. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. That's H&W Motorsports owned. We got 5 minutes just under or over 5.5 minutes, so I can do a couple more interviews here. Let's talk to first a driver who really has been on a career high. Really a year high when you think about starting off 2026 with a bang. Cade Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy. What's going on, good sir?
Well, we're coming to a place that personally is going to be the biggest wild card right now. Speeds right at 238 to 50 mile an hour after what was a hell of a job and a hell of a performance at Kansas Saturday night. You've already told me the plan, the strategy, but is this track, how much can we expect Cade Cannon to start going to the front? You only enter tonight 37 points to the good. Is that enough that you feel like you could take a hit tonight, or is there still work that needs to be done?
I think there's still definitely work that needs to be done, but I definitely do think I need to take it a little bit easy tonight. And like I do want to be up there front running, but I don't want to be there until I think I'll be good to go. Plus maybe miss some of the mayhem because I've already kind of found some of the mayhem. Robert, I know you're gonna maybe watch this back. I'm so sorry for absolute just killing you a few laps ago. I know you're running a Joey Logano paint scheme, but that was not my intention. But I think at the end of the night, it's more of a play it safe. It's more of a survival game. Like you definitely don't want to lose the draft here because I think if you lose the draft, good luck to you. I think it's definitely going to come down to if we get any green flag pitting, definitely don't make any mistakes there. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to play it safe, and then if towards in the race, I feel like we got something, I'm going to send it. I'll fully admit, I'm there to send it no matter what.
Okay. Best of luck to you tonight. We'll let you get ready for qualifying coming up here in a few short minutes. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing and see if you can go 2 in a row and inspired.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. 3 minutes remaining right now. Top 5 as they stand. Ben Kennert, Jeffrey Peppers, Mike Hauser, Robert Wilhoit, Hot Shot, Josh Henderson. The top 5. Henderson in the field tonight. Ryan Hendenleiter, Jason Williams, Thomas Hernandez, Cade Cannon. Just talked to him. Matt Morris in the top 10. Now, to talk to a driver who is on the outside looking in tonight, but if anybody has watched over the last 2 restrictor plate races, his name is always in the talk whenever it comes to restrictor plates. Hunter Azell, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're coming back to what I would normally say is your cup of tea, being the restrictor plate game and how it works out. But as we talked before the race lobby opened up, this is a whole nother beast in your own right. Compared to Daytona and Talladega, where's the confidence level at for the 20 as you enter tonight out by 30?
I mean, any restrictor plate track, I've always loved racing at those. Obviously, that's one of our strong suits. And somehow we managed to find ourselves, up towards the front at the end of the race. So, but yeah, this place it's a whole different beast. Never turning a lap super for tonight. Kind of curious to see how it's going to end up. So it's Bristol on a way bigger scale with way more horsepower and going way faster. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Well, Hunter, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we will get to talk to you at the end of this thing. And hopefully I can talk to you in Victory Lane with your first Super Speedway Series win tonight.
It'd be nice. I hope so, man. You have a good one up there in the booth.
You too, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Yep, thank you.
Stacked field tonight, 28 cars, the biggest since Daytona for the Inspire 250. Minute remaining. Got one more shot here. Who to pull in? Survey says. Going to try to go up the Richter scale here a little bit as far as the points go. Hot shot Henderson. Garrett Jings up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good. I'll ask you, what do you make of this place?
This is it's everything you said and more, man. It's pretty crazy out here. So, the draft is insane, and the banking is terrifying, and I'm nervous. I've never been nervous before a race. That doesn't really mean much to me. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm safe on points, all that, but this is going to be interesting.
Well, buddy, I will ask you this. Now, me and your half-brother, of course, you know him as Aaron Stanton as race car night. We were chatting. This damn place got a hell of a bar, might I add. I mean, one hell of a bar. We were talking last night in the bar. It has not, I hate to keep alluding to it, it has not been the stretch that Josh Henderson wanted. We inch closer to the playoffs. Is this more or less just a reset for the 17 team to get ready for the playoffs? Or is it business as usual? We're going to keep doing everything we can tonight, and hopefully it all works out.
Yeah, this race is more for fun in my eyes. I think over the next we had a little bit of a team meeting and just kind of talked about what our goals were. Obviously, I'm in a good spot in points right now. I've been, since race 1. So I had momentum, and then I lost it. It's what do I do to get it back before the playoffs start? So we're going to get through this race. I thought I had a good race going at Loud and then messed up the restart and took myself out of that one. So it's been a lot of those, like, dumb error mistakes. So I think I told you 3-4 weeks ago, I just got to put together some solid races and stop making mental mistakes and start getting base hits. Right? Like, just get on base. Let's get that top 10. Let's get that top 5. Stop thinking I can win every damn race and just go out there and finish the race first. So that's kind of this one's separate, man. This is just going to be fun. So we'll see what happens here tonight. But survival of the fittest for sure. But I tell you what, you hit the wall going 250 miles an hour. There is no repairing that car. You're done.
There is not. It'll be over faster.
It'll be over real quick. So I'm curious to see a lot of guys showing up. Appreciate them showing up. Let's see how many we have at the finish line here. All
right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Over the last 2 plate tracks, Josh Henderson has won the biggest crown jewel and Inspired, the Inspired 250. Josh, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll see you at the end of this.
Thank you, sir. Just got to trust my sixth sense here. We'll stay out of trouble.
You're right. All right, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Right now, Kate Cannon on track, as is several other drivers. Cannon should be the first one to post a lap. And he will come across the line. 23.7 in the first half of the track. Cannon across the line. The time to beat, 47.280. And I'll be damned, Dustin Waltney right up to the top of the board, 46.571, 40.11. Simtech Racing coming into their own a lot here lately on the oval side, of course. Ben Knert, Waltney, Ben Milden, all them Simtech Racing guys. I think James McConnell even. Speaking of Simtech Racing, 1-2, Knert top of the board, 46.999, the first lap. You talk about them, and then, of course, they prove you right. Right now, Knert, this cat here, supreme road course racer in his own right, has really latched on to the ovals as Cannon top of the board, 46.330. But what can you say about Ben Knert with the oval game on top of the road course? And I said it on Saturday night. I will say it again. Next season, be prepared to watch Simtech Racing. I am expecting a major improvement. Zachary Tyler, Inspired Motorsports top newest driver, on top of the board, 46.289. Several other drivers getting prepared to make their laps, of course, entering tonight. You've been seeing it at the bottom of the screen. The drivers coming into tonight needing everything to go right. And for pretty much the guys in front, or if you're Jackson Hadaway and everybody above the top 10 points, everything to go wrong for the guys 11th through 13th. This is going to be crucial, critical, and pretty much everything else in between. So, it's just going to be one of them things that tonight will be survival. The drivers who survive will be there at the end. Speaking of restrictor plate guys, Stephen Henning Jr. bringing out the Raging Idiot Racing Network machine. And me being unbiased as all get out, thinks that's the best looking car on this track. Speaking of which, Thomas Hernandez, 46, 255. Hernandez, 16 points out and trailing Jackson Hadaway in the points. Right now, Jackson Hadaway has yet to even post a lap, has not even rolled out onto the racetrack yet. But Stephen Henning Jr. dominated the Inspire 250. Only for a mechanical issue to take the 78 out of the running, and then had an even better run at the next Daytona race. Unfortunately, took out in a crash in it. Hitting top of the board, 46, 248. And the pole sitter from the Inspire 250 goes to the top of the board at Iracing Superspeedway. I'll be damned. Right now, Robert Will Hoyt and Joey Logano machine. A little bit of a throwback to Logano. First lap, 24 and a half down the back straightaway. He is not in range to take the top spot at the moment. But of course, we've seen, not just in this, but MMS, HGR, it's all about that second corner. The second half of the racetrack is where the pole is won. First lap, 23.6. Not what Will Hoyt needs. 48.074. And he could be saving the best for last. Pedro Santana, 17th quickest. 47.933. The other driver making a start tonight, really their debut right now. Them two drivers, Zachary Tyler as well, third quickest on the board. Robert Will Hoyt needing a big improvement across the line. 46, 319. 320 rather, seventh quickest. Knox Peppers out of the top 10. How about Jesse Glover in the top 10 spot? Pedro Santana, top of the board. I apologize in advance if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. I do apologize in advance. But 46, 2 or 3 knocked Stephen Henning Jr. off of the top spot. James McConnell did not have a paint job tonight. But nonetheless, the 7 has shown some decent speed in the Cup Series races that he's ran. Right now, 2 minutes remaining. Matt Morrison, Joseph Maddox, Jackson Hadaway, Elijah Fisher, Ryan Hindenlealer, Tyler Stone, Colt Ward, Mike Hauser, Chris Loda have yet to post a lap. While we got a moment here, see, cannot get Inspired Motorsports own Stephen Henning Jr. Stephen Henning Jr., Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yep.
Well, a little bit of a brief history here. The last 2 plate tracks we've been at dominated the 250 only for a mechanical issue. 13 laps before the finish to take you out of the running for it. The last Super Speedway we were at, Daytona again, really had great pace. Another top 5, a race-winning car. However, did not get a chance in that one either to show what the 78 could do. We enter a beast like this. Where's the confidence level at for the 78?
Well, we did have a little bit of confidence there till we got knocked off full there, but we'll definitely try and start from second here. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a good run in here. But basically, from my experience that I've had here before, it's just basically hold on, and that's not even enough, and just hope that you're there at the end.
Oh, buddy, honestly, don't know what to expect out of this tonight. Of course, the damn thing's massive. The whole place, massive facility. Is there a plan, really, that anybody can formulate just to try to survive this track?
I would say start from pole, but I don't even know if that would be really a safe spot. But just basically mind your P's and Q's. A lot of the boys from Inspired team, they're starting at the back there. I wanted to try and see if I could get pole. We definitely tried, but I definitely couldn't get it. But we'll just go out there, and if it gets a little bit too rowdy for my liking, I'll go to the back and hang out and see how that is. But I'm just going to try and survive.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you going forward here. Hopefully we'll finally see that Raging Idiot Racing Network car in victory lane. Of course, I'm being as unbiased as I can, and I'm failing miserably at it. But best of luck to you tonight, buddy. Hopefully
Thank you, and I hope the same.
Me too. Good luck tonight, buddy. The reason I handpicked him to run my car, because he is a Superspeedway ace in his own right. All right, now the starting lineup for tonight, as the field starts on the front straightaway. It will go as followed. Petrus, the 53 of, is already off to a bad start. Petrus Cementa start rolling off first. Stephen Henning Jr. to his outside, rolling off second. Thomas Hernandez needing a great run tonight. He'll line up next to Zachary Taylor, or Tyler. Robert McKay, Ben Knert, Hot Shot Henderson, Robert Wilhoit, Jason Williams, Kate Cannon, Jesse Glover. A hell of a qualifying run for the 99 team. Jeffrey Peppers to his outside. They are your fast 12 for tonight. Down through the rest of the field, Hayden Williams trying to keep the top 5 streak in Cup Series going. Travis Farmer, second in points, entering tonight. We'll roll off 14th. Darcy Hard, Dustin Walton, and James McConnell, Hunter Rozelle, and Bobby Hadaway rounds out the 19 drivers who started or who made a qualifying lap. The remainder of the field, based on iRacing's discretion. Colt Ward, Elijah Fisher, 20th and 21st. Aaron Stanton's race control. He does not count for tonight. 22nd and 23rd, Tyler Stone, Mike Hauser. A lot of big drivers and a lot of big names starting front to back. Tyler Stone out by 26, entering tonight. Jackson Hadaway, Matt Morrison, Chris Loda, Joseph Maddox, Ryan Hendon leader. Rounds out the 28-car field for tonight for the first running at iRacing Super Speedway. Let's talk to the driver who needs everything to go right tonight for him. Not just to make himself into the top 10, but to sit in the top 10 comfortably for the next 3 weeks. He does kind of got a tall order to go through to get that done, but a hell of a starting spot. He cannot get Thomas Hernandez. Thomas Hernandez, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's going on, Garrett?
Oh, same stuff, different day.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, and I know I sound like a broken record here, so I'm going to make this very brief. 16 points separate you and Jackson Hadaway after the heartbreaking run that he suffered last week at New Hampshire on the last lap. Is tonight a good as place as ever to try to knock him out of that top 10 and take that top 10 spot for yourself? And really, is that the plan for the Full Throttle Union? We know as of right now, Robert Wilhoit mathematically out behind by 1 point. Ryan Hendon leader just starting. He is nowhere near the top 10. Hot Shot Henderson obviously locked in pretty good. Is the plan tonight just to try to secure yourself inside the top 10 and try to build a cushion for the next 3 weeks?
Well, truly, at the end of the day, that's what the plan's been this whole season. Life gets in the way a little bit, but, you know, I shouldn't be this close, especially after last week, but I'm going to try and make the most out of it.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you tonight. I'll let you get ready for the winning green here. Hopefully, when it's all said and done and the smoke settles, we'll talk to you in Victory Lane. There was a little bit of microphone issues there. Nonetheless, I got time for one more. One very brief. So let's see, while I have the chance. One more driver below the cut line or above it. Does not matter which one. Tyler Stone, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booty. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We're going to make this short, sweet, and to the point. Well, I believe you are still in the back straightaway. Okay, good. Out by 26 tonight, rolling off deep in the field tonight, going into the unknown. What can we expect out of 25 to try to straighten that gap tonight?
We're going to stay out of the trouble, and then we're going to win this race at the end of it. So you just be ready.
Is the shootout winner calling a shot?
You know, I got a good feeling about tonight. We need this win to make the playoffs. I think we got a good shot at it. We're going to do everything we can to be there at the end.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully, one of the Inspired Motorsports drivers can go back to victory lane. All right. The stage is set for what is going to be it's going to be unpredictable, to say the least. When it's all said and done, the driver who survived everything walks out of here the winner tonight. And the driver's trying to stay in and get into the top 10 in points. Needs everything to go right. We're rolling from Iracing Superspeedway. Samantha leads the first lap. Kennard in second. McKay already up in third. Jason Williams, Stephen Henning Jr. drops back to fifth. Right on board with Hayden Williams. Yeah, you cannot justify this. Go this. Damn, Colt Ward started in the field. He's already up to seventh. Sporky's already on the charge. Of course, if you're Colton Ward, last time you went to victory lane, it was disqualified. Ward trying to make up for that. Ben Kennard to the top spot. You cannot justify all of this as Ward off the wall just a little bit. We'll go further back in the field. Pretty much everybody's trying to get through the hornet's nest. Rear White Ash and Kate Cannon, Kansas winner on the Inspired Thunder Series on Saturday night. And right now, after his run at New Hampshire last Monday, has got him inside the top 10 in points with a pretty comfortable cushion, but nowhere near safe. Right now, Cannon is probably not where he wanted to be, but to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure if you're Kate Cannon, he has said very vocal about this race. Did not want to be nowhere near the action in case crap hit the fan early. Wanted to ride, wants to protect the cushion that he's got. It has been a long, hard fight to get back inside the top 10. See, kind of cut Hernandez a break there. Hernandez a little bit loose, got on the apron, Had to really roll out. Meanwhile, for the lead, the Sporky back out front. Colton Ward from 20th to 1st in the span of 4 laps. Here comes Robert Wilhoit. And right now, it has been a lot of give and take. Drivers trying to figure out where they want to run, how they want to run it. You see Robert Wilhoit goes up to the top spot. Wilhoit trying to lead his first lap of the race tonight. 53 is going to jump right back to the outside again. Knert trying to figure out where he wants to go. He'll stay with the 53 machine. 53 on the ticker, 00 on the car. Now Robert McKay up there in the 4th spot. Velocity Motorsports own has not seen him in a while. Right now, on the charge, up to 3rd. There's already pandemonium already. The calm before the storm, 76 laps to go, 80 laps in total. And right now, I think the worst thing that anybody wants to see is a driver getting turned in front of the field. The Inspire 250, Mike Hauser out on lap 13, the first big one of what would be about 4 big ones in total. See Robert Wilhoit got to dance on the back of McKay's bumper, hit the transition, and Wilhoit falling way back. And that's how fast. You just saw an example. One of the unique characteristics of this track, the transitioning. As you see Knert to 53 going up to the top side of the racetrack. Ben Knert's on a mission now. About Zachary Tyler up to 3rd, but back to what I was saying, the transitioning, especially on the entry. And it was a prime example of what it would do to a car. Wilhoit pushing hard. Car was already a bit bobby, wandering around the track. Hit the transition, shot him up the racetrack, and then went from 3rd back to now outside the top 10 and 11th. It's going to be something to watch for, and really, you're going to have to really, well, these drivers are going to have to really be careful when that happens, being sure who they're around. Spatial awareness tonight will be a must, if not a need. Right now, the points leader, Elijah Fisher, mired back at 23rd, but right now, oh, Darcy Hall around. Caution is out. Bobby Hadaway, meatball flag. Ryan Hendon leader, meatball. The 9th's already done for 2 drivers. Hendon leader, the whole right front of that machine locked up. Darcy Hart still in the back straightaway, getting it rolling. What in the world has happened? Well, let's look at it. He's already around there. Bam. Or not the rear end housing. Over a little bit. Go on board. Let's really see here. We're in the far chase cam. Alright, maybe I back spaced it a little too far back, but oh well, beggars can't be choosers. Well, something's happened on pit road. We'll get to that here in a minute. Don't know if I want to really. All right, let's look at it here. So Darcy hits the apron on entry, goes up the racetrack, kind of gets loose. Bobby Hadaway nowhere to go. Hadaway into the back of the 35. There you see how Hendon leader got involved in this. Now what in the hell has happened? Under caution here. Oh, they're trying to let the pace car by, pretty much. All right. The first caution of the night. Majority of the field coming in, led by Zachary Tyler. Bottom of the screen shows you the remaining races left in the regular season. And let me just say, it's going to be a hell of a ride. Chicagoland, Iracing Superspeedway tonight, January 12th. Chicagoland, January 19th. We'll go across the border to Fuji for the road course. And then at the end of Talladega, 10 drivers will know that they will be racing for a championship. It will be arguably the hardest part of the whole season for them 10 drivers. All of it will be right here on the Inspired Racing Network, brought to you by Raging Idiot Racing Network. And right now, we get ready to re-rack it here. See, it cannot get a word with a couple drivers. Ryan Hendon, leader,
So
Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth.
Pace laps.
You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, not tonight that I envisioned talking to you here in the broadcast booth. Take me through, what did you see happen? Was there anything that you could really do from that point?
No, coming into that turn, I seen the smoke, so I tried to brake, but I knew I had someone high side and I had someone low side, so I just tried to squeeze in tight as much as I could without forcing them into the wall. And unfortunately, I kind of clipped him coming through there, which resulted in some heavy front-end damage. So I'm hoping they can repair in time and get back out there, but still to be determined this time.
Well, Ryan, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing still.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. There's one side of the story. Thiel getting ready to go back green here. Dustin Waltney will be your leader. The 53 will roll off second. Robert McKay having a hell of a run so far tonight in the 4th spot. Zachary Tyler, the other debut driver tonight, will be restarting 3rd. Ben Connert, Hunter Azell, Thomas Hernandez, Jeffrey Peppers, Hayden Williams, James McConnell. Your top 10. Well, it's already been. It's almost like we expected. The thing about it is this caution a sign of things to come, or is this the much needed breather that a lot of drivers need right now? 27 drivers still on the track. Ryan Hendon, leader, just talked to him in the garage, trying to get that 23 machine back out onto the racetrack. As we get set for the restart. We're rolling again. Darcy Hara, black flag for his troubles. And right now, bottom lane, a hell of a restart. 53 will drop back to the 4th spot. You're right on board with Dustin. Let's see the speed. 229 into the corner, gets the side drive from Zachary Tyler. Ben Conner's going to come right up to his teammate, give him a push. Right on further back with a couple drivers, Ryan Knott. Here comes Hunter Azell. Big run. Azell's going to immediately take it 3 wide. If you're Hunter Azell, you are the one man who needs more points than anybody else in this field at the moment. And right now, Hunter Azell trying to do just that. 3rd lane dies out just a little bit. Down the back straightaway again. Making the front straightaway, actually. No, back straightaway. And right now, 3 by 3 by 3. The drivers know that they can go 5, even 6 wide for Pete's sake. See a little bit of internet issues on Hunter Azell's part. they'll get it figured out, but they can go 5 and 6 wide with ease. Hell, 7, and you might even be fine. They know that. These drivers playing it smart. Right now, just trying to just get to halfway, and you'll be fine. That's pretty much the name of the game here. Right now, everybody's doing a hell of a job at doing that. Oh, Stephen Henning Jr. Start on the outside pole for tonight. Right now, has fallen back to outside of this main pack. Right now in the 14th spot. And you're going to see a lot of diverse strategy as you're right on board with the Raging Idiot Racing Network hood cam. And really, this is pretty much two sides to the coin. There will be drivers up there like Hunter Rozelle trying to get as many points as he can, points he needs. You got Travis Farmer trying to take the regular season championship away from Elijah Fisher with 3 races remaining right now. That scenario coming into tonight. Elijah Fisher holds a 31-point lead over Travis Farmer and a 51-point lead over Colton Ward. And so you're going to see a lot of drivers right now right on board with Farmer. As a matter of fact, pretty much the name of the game, try to get points. See Travis Farmer splitting them 3 wide. That's a middle contact with McKay. Wreck it in the back. And for Robert McKay, oh boy, a good night for now has just gone up in smoke. Anybody else involved in that? Don't believe so. Nope. I don't think so. Well, let's look back at the crash chopper cam and see how all this starts. Or how the blimp camera actually will probably be the better option. Pushing, Hayden Williams pushing. McKay splits the middle, goes 4 wide, comes up, hits Ben Knert. A hell of a slide, a long slide, comes back up the track. Whew. And everybody got away with it. Did you see how harsh he hit that apron? There's a contact and a lot of heads up driving by the entire field. McKay, bam. Ugh. Hurts my back just thinking about that hit. Into the wall. Does a hell of a job not coming back down the track into oncoming traffic. See, cannot get a word with Robert McKay. Robert McKay, that was a close call, wasn't it?
Too close. Too close of a call, that's for sure.
Well, take me through what happened. We saw you trying to split the gap. Going for the lead, track position will probably be a big thing tonight. Take us through what happened for your side of things.
Yeah, no, so I'm trying to, obviously, to kind of bob and weave through the pack here a little bit. And I just get up into the 46, and next I know I'm in the wall, and I am trying my best to keep it from going up. And then once it was up, it was keeping it off the wall, and thank God I did. But I definitely need a spare change of pants.
Well, buddy, take me through. I got to ask, and I noticed this just because I'm a car guy type of deal, mechanic type of deal. How aggressive was the bump from the apron back up to the racetrack? Hell, it was a hell of a shot. At least to the suspension part of it.
I would, if this was real life, I would probably have a concussion.
God dang.
Like, it was violent. And that's the one thing with, and I missed my pit stop. That's the one thing with this track, is that bump is violent. Like, I have 4.8 seconds of damage just from the body.
I can imagine the side skirt and all that and dragging. But, well, Robert, I'll let you get off of here, and I'll let you get back to this race here. Hopefully we'll still talk to you at the end of this thing.
I'm hoping so. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Second caution of the night. 2 very small incidents. Praise the Lord. Travis Farmer stays out under this caution. Travis Farmer is actually not pitted this whole race. Tyler Stone, Hunter Rozelle, Zachary, Tyler, Ben Canert, Hayden Williams, your top 5 off of pit road. Dustin Walton, Colton Ward, James McConnell, Mike Hauser, the top 10. Matter of fact, we got a prime opportunity here to talk to some of the guys who I did not have a chance to talk to earlier in the race. Let's start with the man who was driving my favorite restaurant, as a matter of fact. If I can get a hold of him. Mike Hauser, am I smelling a Mike Hauser special?
Ooh, we're cooking something up, Garrett. I hope so.
Well, buddy, of course, we alluded back to the Aspire 250. I know you hate me bringing that up every time. But so far, I will, and I hope I do not jinx the field. Matter of fact, knock on some wood over here.
Yeah, knock on that wood, please.
The field has done a hell of a job minding their P's and Q's other than a couple miscues. For Mike Hauser, is there a possibility that we could see a Super Speedway Series win tonight for the 43? Where's the confidence level at with 1 to go?
Honestly, I'm just trying to survive. My first goal is make it to the end. If I have a car at the end of the race, then we're going to go for the win. If I get a Super Speedway win, hell must have frozen over, but maybe, hey, crazy things have happened, so we've had a couple close calls at the beginning of the race. Took a couple years off my life, but we're still here right now. That's all that matters, and we're just going to keep pushing forward, trying to keep our nose clean, and hopefully have a car at the end of it by lap 80.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you going forward. Hopefully we do get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. All right. Colton Ward did come back in under the 1 to go to top off with fuel. As the field gets set to go back to green here. Travis Farmer, Hunter Rozelle, Velocity Motorsports teammates. Right behind them, Zachary Taylor, Ben Canert, Hayden Williams, the top 5. 62 laps to go. For Travis Farmer, of course, he does not have to worry about, unless he has a horrendous fall off tonight and the next 3 weeks, he does not have to worry about making the chase. Right now, he is worried about knocking Elijah Fisher off the top spot in the points, claiming the number 1 seed. And he leads as they enter turn 1 again. Hunter Rozelle drops back to 5th, taking notice, outside lane. Kind of having a tough night, struggling tonight. Down the back straightaway. Tyler hanging suit. For the moment, Hunter Rozelle jumps up to the outside lane. Nobody goes with him. We'll have to hurry up and blend right back in line if he wants to get down. He will hit him with him down. Peppers jumps up to the outside lane. Same suit. Nobody goes with him as they work down the back straightaway yet again. Farmer leads. And of course, Travis Farmer has led 4 laps so far tonight. Why is that important? We talk about bonus points. 3 bonus points to the driver who leads the most laps. So right now, if you're Travis Farmer or Colton Ward, you're hoping, respectfully, nobody wishes anything bad on nobody, but in the back of the mind, every driver, whoever they're needing to beat, is hoping something happens. A wreck, blown motor, flat tire, you name it. All just to try to be a regular season champion and be inside the championship talk in 3 weeks' time after tonight. Hayden Williams, big blink right back. Williams up to 2nd, I mentioned earlier. He only has 2 cup starts, and each time He has finished no worse than 5th. Right now, Williams trying to keep that alive. But his teammate, Jackson Hadaway, has not heard nothing out of the 8 car for the majority of the night. There it is, the Sprite machine running right behind Hernandez. Ironically, the driver who was trying to knock him out, along with Tyler Stone and Hunter Rozelle, of that top 10 spot. Jesse Glover's going to look to the outside of him, going to blend right back in line. And of course, the heartbreaker from last week at Loudon, contact with Robert Wilhoit on the last lap, sent Jackson Hadaway for 2nd, all the way down to somewhere around 14th or 15th. Valuable points lost in 1 lap. Hoping the same does not happen. Matt Morrison to the inside of him. Morrison making a move for 16th. Hadaway. Oh! Jesse Glover! Hard into the wall again. Darcy Harr's going to kill him. God almighty. I'm not saying that because I'm mad. I'm saying that because that hurt. Good grief. That hurts my ribs. Just thinking about that. Good God. Aaron Stanton, did that one hurt you too? He might be reviewing at the moment. While he's reviewing, what the hell happened? Robert McKay jumps up to the outside. Glover comes up right into McKay. Big shot off the tire barrier. Blows the motor there. Darcy Harr makes good short. God almighty. Right on board with Jesse Glover. This shit here. Crap here. I'm sorry, folks. Not mean to say it like that. This right here is going to sting. Bam. He's fine if he's not hitting barriers. Bam. There goes the motor. Another shot. Goodness. So he cannot get a word with him. Jesse Glover, Gary James up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
I got one.
I'm amazed.
So am I. I have no idea what happened. I was driving a car. Next thing you know, I'm flying.
Well, it was a hell of a night for a 99 going forward. Had a hell of a qualifying run. Was at the front for a majority of it. Got shuffled back to the back. Really, the hits keep on coming.
Yeah. Yeah. All I did was pretend I was in a school zone and just speed up, apparently, because I'm still trying to process what happened. I guess either I came up, the 31 came down, or the 31 came down and tried to switch the lane. I don't really know what happened there, but yeah, that's a big one. And our Lincoln Park Chevy's just going to have to go to the garage.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a night up until then. I don't typically get to ask you these questions, let alone interview you, so I ask you this one. Is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, firstly, yesterday was my birthday, and it wasn't exactly a good birthday gift to wreck out, but I would like to thank my teammate Jeffrey for helping me make hopefully the Slick Motorsports car finish good, and thank the viewers and all the special guests, and you, Garrett, for broadcasting, and Aaron for, race control.
All right, buddy. Jesse, buddy, I'm sorry for you tonight. Hopefully, when we see you next week in Chicagoland, it'll be in much better circumstances.
I hope so. All right, Garrett, have a good one.
You too, buddy. For Jesse Glover, he will end tonight in the garage. Done for the night. At the front, Elijah Fisher stays out, grabs the bonus point. It will be pretty much Elijah Fisher, Robert Wilhoit, Stephen Henning Jr., Joseph Maddox all staying out under this caution. Top 5 on down has pitted. And now, we get set to go 1 to green here. Fisher, Wilhoit, Henning, and Maddox, your top 4. Jeffrey Peppers, Zachary Tyler, Travis Farmer, Ben Kennert, Dustin Waltney, Hayden Williams, your top 10. McConnell, Hernandez, Stone, Matt Morrison, and Robert McKay worked himself back up inside the top 15.
Garrett, did you call me?
Yeah, I did earlier. Did that hit hurt you?
I felt it in my toes. Yeah, Darcy came in there flying.
So, buddy, I'll holler at you whenever I need another scenario. I know you got your hands full tonight.
All right, Garrett. Have a good one.
You too, bud. Aaron Stanton, the race control for tonight. You can see him on Saturday nights for the Thunder Series right now, battling his teammate Colton Ward in a points hunt. But we're not even halfway through the season on that. Plenty of racing left. Much like there is in this one. .54 to go whenever they take the green flag. For Elijah Fisher, after an abysmal run last week in New Hampshire, you are trying everything you can to scrape back that cushion again. Justin Maddox, a little bit of a lag, no harm, no foul. Right now, officially out of the race, Jesse Glover, Darcy Harr in the garage. Night done for both drivers. Ryan Hindenleader back out onto the racetrack, 7 laps down. As the field gets set, Fisher, Wilhoit. We're rolling. Justin Maddox immediately off the wall. That is going to kill Elijah Fisher. Already half a second out. A lot of people might would think, hey, that's a good thing. Not on plate tracks. Wilhoit will fall in second. Stephen Henning Jr., Jeffrey Peppers, Travis Farmer, the top 5. Colton Ward did not get caught up. Ward out of the draft, 8.5 seconds back. It was Wilhoit to the outside. Wilhoit to the front, Henning in tow. Right now, drivers who are on the outside looking in. Oh, big wreck in the back. Goodness. Dustin Waltney, Ryan Hindenleader involved in this one. Matt Morrison, meatball damage. James McConnell involved. How does Matt Morrison have any meatball damage? What's wrong with it? Oh, that's what's wrong with it. Right front locked up on that one machine, and we're under caution yet again. What in the world happened for starters? Ooh. Oh, Kay Cannon involved in this. What in the world? Well, let's ride on point and find out. Learn the crash chopper cam from high above. Go. Waltney goes up the racetrack. There's that. McConnell gets one. Robert McKay, Hunter Azell getting a piece of this. Well, this is playoff chase, whatever you want to call it, implications. Let's look back at it. This time from the slow-mo cam. Okay, a little bit too soon there, but oh well. When he goes up, he leaves the lane open. Not sure if... Well, hold on. We'll get a good look right here. think the 11 comes down just a hair. Far chase it would tell us. Yeah. There you go. Well, in that motion, he's already turning down. Just does start to come down. Just a hair. That's a tough one to call, really. Well, James McConnell know where to go. His night will come to a premature end. Robert McKay gets net coated off of it. There's where Morrison gets his damage, as a matter of fact. Hunter Azell. Lucky for him, it is not as worse as what it could have been. Let's ride on board with Hunter Azell, as a matter of fact. I don't think it's as bad as what it sounds and appears to be. Run on board with Dustin through this. Car just does not stop. Use your vertigo real quick. Last on board. I might throw up a couple more. Need to ride on board Robert McKay and see what he says. On board with Kay Cannon. Unsure if that's... Last on board, Robert McKay. Platinum Truck Series on board. Well, Robert Wellhoit leads. See, first, we cannot get a word with one of the hopefuls trying to get into the top 10. Hunter Azell, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. I got a question. How bad is the car hurt?
Oh, she's fixed, man. She's good to go.
You kidding?
No, hey, trust me, I was just as surprised as you when I pulled in. I didn't hit too hard. Somehow, for some reason, got lucky right there. I have no clue how. McKay went up the track, I missed him, and then missed him again on the way back down. So, yeah, everything happens real quick here. So, but yeah, only came away with like I think 45-ish seconds of damage. So, nothing that was too bad. But she's ready to roll again.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you get back to that. Best of luck to you. Still alive.
Still alive for right now. Check back in with me in about 20 laps.
Well, I'll do just that. Appreciate your time, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Dustin Wallen and Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Garrett?
I'm doing pretty good. Take me through. I'm having a hard time dissecting what really happened. I don't know if it's hard for me to tell if you came down or McKay came up or ever how it worked out. Tell me, what did you see from your vantage point?
To be quite honest with you, man, in the car, it felt like that the dirty air just kind of sucked us together. And not knowing that James was coming up on the inside, we were pretty wide and kind of made a big old catastrophe. If it was just me and him next to each other, we probably would have been able to save it. But, you know, on this super speedway, man, you doing 260 miles an hour. That dirty air is like a vacuum.
Well, buddy, I got to ask, as we're going back green here, I got to ask, on a standpoint for you, it has not been the kind of year that I think you wanted. But as a whole, I mentioned at the broadcast, Simtech Racing has really came into their own over the last towards December and this first week of the new year. Really, are y'all confident with the with the most recent success? Of course, two of your drivers, Milton and Knert, only having road course backgrounds for the majority of it, have really took on to the ovals. Is that something that Simtech Racing can build on going into the next Cup season? And can we see all four of you potential chase threats trying to get into the top 10?
Well, I tell you what, right now we got 3 of the 4 drivers up in the top 10 as far as points. Consistency over the weeks definitely pays its price. You know, me being able to maintain the top 7, top 6 position, even with the kind of rocky weeks we've had. Both of the Bens coming from road course, they've been going through our development programs, and we've been working together as a team. We got all the data. We're going through all the motions, and we're checking off all the boxes here, and it's really starting to show these guys hard work. Especially with the rest of the schedule we got going. We got Road America coming up. These guys are going to be shining like stars this weekend. And I know certainly going into the next season, we're going to have a lot more resources at our disposal. We done gained 3 new partnerships and sponsorships coming through all the special events. Make sure you keep a good eye out for us. And even in real life, we got these guys going on real seats now. So it's been a great season. It's going to be an even better season next year.
All right, buddy. Dustin, appreciate your time. Hopefully, we'll see you on a better side note when it comes to Road America this Saturday. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Right now, Simtech Racing's own Ben Knert right now up into the 6th spot. James McConnell 8.1 seconds off of the pack. Right now, Hotshot Henderson pretty much doing exactly what he wanted to do. Just finish the race, finish races, try to get back the kind of hot shot that we saw at season starts. Of course, for those who are new to the league, maybe the first time watching, Josh Harrison will wind up being the Inspire 250 winner, following that up with a win the following week at Rockingham, going 2 for 2. And really for the first 5 6. Oh, Ben Knert around. Come back to that in just a second. Elijah Fisher's involved in this. Right in front on that car, completely done. Worst case scenario for the points leader. Well, you can take the next 3 weeks and saying it's a toss-up on who will walk out the regular season champion. Now it just got dumped on its head. This is critical to the number 1 seed into the playoffs. For Elijah Fisher, 31 points entering tonight. That pretty much looks terminal. I mean, he might get back out there, gain a few positions. What happened? Oh, he saw it right in front of Henderson. Peppers and looks like Knert come together. The question is, who's the cause? Knert goes up, leaves that bottom lane open. They just get off center. Nothing Elijah Fisher can do. Falls right in his lap. Ben Knert, the same breath. I mean, goes up the track. Pepper's just trying to push, get that outside lane rolling. Outside lane has been a bit of a struggle on corner entry. They just get misaligned. Superspeedway mistake. Hard into the wall goes Fisher. Hard into the wall goes Knert. Race done for both. Race done for Elijah Fisher, definitely. Ben Knert, it's very questionable. Had to get a word with the Simtech Racing driver, who who had a hell of a night going up until now. Just gets misaligned and around she goes. Right on board with Elijah Fisher. Well, it was brake issues on Saturday night. It has been a hard week. Of course, New Hampshire did not go Fisher's way neither this year. Bam, bam. If he hadn't hit the wall, he would have been fine, maybe. Fifth caution of the night. Hot Shot Henderson just run on board, went him through that, your leader. Can't get Ben Kennert up in here. Ben Kennert, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Hello, yeah.
Well, God almighty, man. Had a good run going up until then. Take me through what really, take us through what you felt like happened. Looked like the Jeffries trying to get the outside lane going. Of course, the outside lane has not been all that competitive tonight unless you get to run off the corner, which is very easy to do here. But other than that, outside lane kind of dead as far as corner entry, where you're just trying to get the outside lane caught back up and just misalign. What was your take on it?
I think me and him were just trying to get the outside lane working. We were trying to see if we could get competitive with the leaders, and he was a little overeager, let's say, with the pushing, and he just had a bad push on the corner, which usually not great. So, but the car's fine. We're fine. So I'm not too worried about it. Not a huge deal for me, at least. I don't know how everyone else ended up.
Buddy, I'll let you get back rolling here. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we still talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Oh, boy. That was a hellacious impact. Matt Morrison back out onto the racetrack. 9 laps down. It's been something. Well, of course, we kind of expected. First time being at this track for the league. And I believe for about 80% of the field, this is the first time they've actually turned laps on this track. So unlike most weeks, this is growing pains for a lot of drivers. And right now, you look on the bottom of the screen. Bottom of the screen, full throttle Union Zone. Hot Shot Henderson, Robert Wilhoit. It has not been the season Robert Wilhoit has wanted, to say the least. Trying to make up for that now. We're rolling. Back to green. Hot Shot with a hell of a start. Able to be right back in line. Zachary Tyler having a heck of a run in his own right in his debut race. For Inspired Racing League and for Inspired Motorsports. Single filed out on the bottom lane. Trying to go a little bit old school. Run the horizontal ticker for a minute here. Right now at stands, here comes the 53, right back to the outside of Henderson. The side draft works for the moment, clear, barely. No, Henderson shoves it right back out to the outside. Henderson is not going to be as forgiving as what some drivers are, and we see that a lot out of the 17. Damn sure don't cut across his nose, that's for sure. right now, of course, a bit of the chip on the shoulder for Josh Henderson. Mentioned at the top of the show, not been what we expected. The second half of the season being, or the latter parts, middle way through the season stretch, like we saw the first half of the season, first 6 races really. See Henderson now going all the way to the back. By design, more than likely, wants to find somewhere to blend in line, but when the playoffs start, I expect to see the 17 back to how we saw him at the beginning of the season. And honestly, it is because of the playoffs last season with his win at North Wilkesboro that saw Josh Henderson really come into his own this season. Tyler Stone meatball flag. Something has happened to Tyler. Unsure what. Bond gets into the wall. Oh. That little bit of damage. That little bit of contact. If he does not answer that meatball flag, he is going to be DQ'd, and then we will know the fate of Tyler Stone, and it will not be a championship run unless he has a tremendous next 3 weeks. Right now, Stone has got to come in and get that damage fixed before iRacing will let it back out. At the front, Robert Wilhoit, still your leader, has led 10 laps so far tonight. We'll jump to the outside lane. Almost came across Zachary's nose. Here comes the double zero again. On the outside, Hayden Williams up to the 5th spot. Tell you one thing, Colt Ward, hot shot Henderson, formed up on the outside lane. I've not heard a lot out of Colt Ward for the last 20-some odd laps. Ward coming up to the front again. And right now the field still being very respectful. Here comes the Velocity Motorsports duo. Travis Farmer, Hunter Rozelle. Right now, Hayden Williams moves up into the 3rd spot. Ben Knert just out of the picture a lap, about 3 or 4 laps ago. Now right back in it. Just past halfway, and right now, oh, Azell off the wall. Able to hold it there for the moment. Goodness. Gonna be stuck 3 wide on the outside lane. The field goes right back in. Yet again. Hayden Williams to the top spot. Right now, H&W Motorsports owned. Hayden Williams leads at Iracing Superspeedway. Ben Knert right back into the going. Travis Farmer. Right now, the door is wide open for Farmer or Ward to either take the points lead or significantly cut into the points lead. If you're a Farmer right now, it would be the first time Farmer, I believe, has actually led the points all season. Right now, doing a hell of a job. Tyler Stone coming back out onto the racetrack, already 1 lap down, in jeopardy of going 2. And he will. Oh! Zachary and the Ward saves it. Let's fit through right back to the outside again. 34 to go. Cunard goes up Wyndham. Hayden Williams will stay to the bottom. A little bit of a blink on Williams' part. Right now. Can't go through our first. Well, I would say inspired marketing through the field, but everybody's so close together. It's kind of hard to really do all that. Right now, drivers above the cut line coming into tonight. That is not safe by a whole race worth of points. Right now, Jason Williams running just inside the top 10. Chris Lyotta, the 69 team, having a quiet night in their own right. Lyotta hanging out in that green Rockstar energy drink. 69 machine just inside the top 5. Ben Cunard trying to rival him for that. Cade Cannon, unknown to, oh! Lyotta around. I had to say something. Good news for Lyotta, just kisses the wall if he even does. Under caution yet again. Well, what happened? Good question. Going 3 wide. Hernandez gets into Lyotta. Kissed the wall. Look at that for a far chase cam. Does Hernandez come up or does Lyotta come down? Lyotta comes down on him. Bam. Well, still Velocity and Motorsports at the front. Tyler Stone will be the free pass here. Be about 1 lap down. Phil will come in this time. Well, can't see if we can get a couple of words with some more drivers. Hernandez overshot the pit box. You saw had to back up that a little bit. Farmer will win the race off pit road. Hayden Williams, Ben Cunard right now. Man, Hunter Azell lost a crap ton of spots. Good nest. Come on, Hunter. Can't get away with Hayden Williams. Hayden Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, what do you make of all this? Led 1 lap so far, been in a running since we crossed halfway. What's your opinion on all this?
I'll tell you one thing, Garrett. It's scary as crap, but it's fun.
I can imagine.
I bet you're having a ball up there commentating this 4 wide stuff.
Well, matter of fact, despite the caution, it's been a lot calmer than what I thought. It ain't been, knock on wood. Ain't been no big one yet. It's coming. Man, it's it's like, I was going to make another joke, but I ain't going to do that because sake of broadcasting, but it's like an earthquake. You have the little rumbles, and then it actually happens.
Yeah.
So, I got to ask you though, as the race goes on, can we expect the intensity to pick up, as especially with drivers around that bubble line? Could we expect to see maybe 5 or 6 wide like this track can be known for?
Oh yeah, for sure. If they don't get aggressive, I'm gonna get aggressive for sure. I'm not gonna ruin anyone's points, but
You got
I'm not
a
gonna
streak
say
to keep alive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wreck someone for a win, but I'll do something. I'll do something.
Well, buddy, best of luck going out from here on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you in victory lane and you can keep it.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. All right. We'll go back to the modern version now. Just joined us, race recap so far tonight. Travis Farmer, your leader, 15 official lead changes, 6 caution on night for 18 laps. Well, 30 to go, despite the 6 cautions. Like I said, we know the big one's coming. It's always a factor when you go to these types of tracks. However, the question is, when do they pull the trigger? When do they start to turn up the intensity? It's going to be big. That's all I can say. It's going to be big. All right. Farmer, Williams brings us down for the restart. Never mind. Elated to green. Going to go one more time. Well, that sucks. Well, we got a moment in the action. See the biggest movers and gainers of the night, along with the biggest droppers of the night. Travis Farmer, Hayden Williams up 13 and 11 spots. How about Bobby Hadaway? Fresh off a second place run last Monday, inside the top 10, up 13 spots. Hunter Azell up 11, needs all the points he can get. Along with Mike Hauser. Again, Hauser right now mathematically locked in, unless something big happens. Hauser up 16 spots from where he started tonight. Joseph Maddox saw it just before the screen turned away, up 14 spots. How about Chris Loda? Even though he dropped, still up 10 spots. Biggest droppers of the race, Darcy Harr, 13 spots. Hernandez down 9, Robert McKay down 15. Jesse Glover down 16. Us and Waltney down 10. They are your biggest movers and droppers of the night. It will be 28 laps to go when they get back to the start. Cloud coming over the track. Track time already down to 121. There might be just a little bit more grip. In the car, just enough to try to keep these cars a little bit more stable. Unlikely. 120 still pretty slick. And the pace truck is in. It'll be Farmer, Williams, Knert bringing us down for the start. We're rolling. Big cloud over the racetrack. Right now, Williams down to the bottom. About the best start you can ask for if you're Travis Farmer. Did not get too far out ahead. Here comes the run again as Hayden stay in line. 00 stuck on the outside lane. Big Knert up to third. Now how big would it be for Simtech Racing to get an over win? Right now, as the field stays single file, at least all the way back to Tyler. Travis Farmer knows. Of course, Elijah Fisher back out onto the racetrack. However, 14 laps down the thing for Travis Farmer. Finished good, but look at what he's doing. He's led a lap, bonus points. Right now holds the 3 additional bonus points for leading a lap. There's other bonus points up for grabs. But right now, the 2 categories that he needs, lead a lap, lead the most laps, 4 additional bonus points. Hunter Azell, you see it lagging all over the place. Don't know if he's actually lagged out there. Oh, Azell gets turned. Well, God almighty. Hunter Azell upside down. Henderson involved in it. Got to be kidding me, man. Josh Henderson night is done. Hunter Azell's as well. And as far as the championship goes, out by 30 points. If he's not fully eliminated, now is going to be an even tougher hill to climb. God almighty. The driver who came in here with pretty much 2 top 5s on both restrictor plate tracks so far will not see it tonight. Well, he having a lot of bad internet issues prior to that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the initial contact. He slides down the track. Oh, and Josh Henderson nowhere to go. God almighty, what a shot. First blowover of the race. This will be a massive blow to Hunter Azell. Of course, came in tonight out by 30 points. The last driver mathematically eligible by a whole race worth of points. Not turn out to fruition tonight. Bam! How that engine did not blow in either car. I am amazed. Chris Lauda's on board. His ought to be good. He had to just about come to a complete stop just to get around it. A lot of heads up driving for Lyota. Stephen Henning Jr. stays out under this caution, so he cannot get away with a hot shot. Josh Henderson, the punches keep on coming.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it, man? It's just dumb. We got cars blinking at the front of the field. No offense to, I'm not trying to single somebody out, but if we have a car blink at the front of the field, we probably should have him drop to the back. So it is what it is.
As for tonight, of course, it was a strong showing 4-17. Really, what is something that we can take away from tonight? How is the racing been? How is the car handling? Like, it has been calmly chaotic is the way I'm going to put it so far tonight. What was it like out there in the car running in the pack?
I mean, honestly, man, it wasn't good racing. You couldn't do anything on the outside lane. Colton and I tried to get a run on the outside. It's just too wide of a track. And the inside's carrying too much speed. Yeah, they have to check up a little bit. They slide up. You couldn't really do much, right? You had to wait for guys to either slide up and then you dive the inside and put them in a bad spot. It just was unfortunate. There's really nothing you could do to pass unless somebody else made a mistake in front of you. That's kind of what it felt like.
Well, Josh Henderson, I appreciate your time, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next week in Chicagoland.
Oh yeah, sounds fun, man. I don't think I'm done tonight. I think I can get out there and cause some more chaos, so should be fun. Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Very upset and animated. Josh Henderson, Hunter Ozell officially out of the race. Well, front of field, Stephen Henning Jr., Zachary Tyler, both for Inspired Motorsports on the front row. Then Knurt, Thomas Hernandez, Jason Williams, your top 5. Well, .23 laps to go. Still a lot of heavy hitters left in it. As you see, Hernandez in 4th, Jackson Hadaway, James Hadaway, the same person, down in 14th. Well, I'm not quite sure how long the fuel is. I got to say, they either are close or they'll make it. Aaron Stanton, do you have anything on possibly how long they can go on a tank of fuel?
I would assume it would be around 25 to 30 laps. I don't know why it didn't cross my mind to check that for you, Garrett, but I think they should be good to make it from here.
All right, well, what you're saying is every man for himself.
From here on out, yeah. I mean, it's been like that all race, to be honest, but yeah.
All right, buddy. Best of luck in there. Hopefully this will be the last caution we have.
It won't, but have fun up there, Garrett.
You too, buddy. This is going to be fun. I'm gonna knock on wood one more time before I say this. Is tonight the night Stephen Henning Jr. ends a winless drought that goes back to last year at the Daytona Road Course? Or does Zachary Tyler, the rookie, in his first start with Inspired Racing League, steals the show tonight? Does Ben Knurt get his first win or second win this season, actually first win on a plate track? We're going to find out. 21 to go. All right, ducking 3 wide. It's go time now. It is go time. And they're already scattering. Henning holds the lead for the moment. Down the back straightaway they'll go. Knurt, Tyler, Hernandez. Here comes Ben Knurt to the outside. Don't try it. Nobody goes with him. Outside lane practically dead as a doorknob right now. Then double zero to go all the way up to that 3rd line. Not sure if that's was a smart choice. They'll get right back in front of Knurt again. How about Jason Williams up there in the 6th spot? H&W Motorsports own father and son, 6th and 7th. Real close-up action. This is the fastest they'll go all year. And right now, Stephen Henning Jr. with 20 to go, trying to hold on. Run on board with Stephen Henning Jr. And look at the Sparks Dragon. Car bottoming out. God almighty, what a huge run. He's too far out. He's going to be a sitting duck. Here comes Tyler again, his teammate. Going to stay in line for the moment. Colton Ward working the outside lane back there. Sorry, right before the 29 blocked the view. Oh, big crash in the back. Jeffrey Peppers, one car upside down. Travis Farmer. Thomas Hernandez. This is as big as it gets. Travis Farmer, meatball flag. Hernandez. Car is absolutely destroyed. Bobby Hadaway is done. Well, for Elijah Fisher, he can breathe a sigh of relief. Just a little bit. It will not be the night Travis Farmer wanted. And that will more than likely put a damper on trying to get the regular season points away from Elijah Fisher with 3 races remaining. Hernandez towed back to the pits. Worst case scenario. If you're Thomas Hernandez, what happened? They're going 3 wide. Peppers comes up, makes contact with Hernandez, sends them all hard into the wall. Joseph Maddox gets a piece of this. Travis Farmer up and over. That is going to fall right in Travis Farmer's lap. Bam! Got some good cameras. I'll give them that. Bobby Hadaway's on board. Gonna fall right in Bobby's lap. And you're going so fast, you just cannot slam on brakes like any other typical super speedway. Thomas Hernandez is on board. Again. Worst case scenario if you are Hernandez. There went the motor. The night done for Hernandez in the road to the championship. Just got a lot harder in its own right. Can't talk Travis Farmer real fast. Travis Farmer, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Well, it looked like to be a promising night, and for the 13 to recapture or to actually get the points lead for the first time tonight. Unfortunately, that will not be the case. Tell me what happened for your perspective.
As he come up, caught that other car, and he got sideways, and I had nowhere to go. It happens fast. I couldn't do nothing.
Well, right now, as it stands, Elijah Fisher, 25th, 14 laps down. Is there a possibility the 13 can get back out onto the track and try to stay ahead of the 16 and try to minimize these points?
I highly doubt it. I got 10 minutes of optional, so we'll see.
All right, buddy. Well, a hell of a job tonight. As of right now, unless Robert Wilhoit or Stephen Henning Jr. leads the remainder of the race just by quick math and guessing, you still hold the 3 bonus points for leading the most laps. But
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. 19 laps led.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, at least that's one good thing.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. We look forward to seeing you we look forward to seeing you at Road America.
Man, you have a good one.
You too, bud. Velocity in Motorsports, from the highest of highs earlier in the season, or earlier in the race, I should say, to now in the gutter. It has not been an easy night. Of course, Hunter Azell, both Farmer and Azell actually. Chris Laota meatball damage on lap 60. How the hell did he get involved in something like this? Well, he already had damage prior to that. More. Again, another driver needing a good run. Well, we said this was going to be the wild card, and right now it has bit a lot of the bubble drivers. All right. Not going to go green this time. Going to hold it off one more time. All right. At the front, Stephen Henning Jr., Zachary Tyler, Robert McKay is still in this. Robert Wilhoit, how about Jackson Hadaway up to 5th? 00, having a hell of a night in their debut night. Hayden Williams, Colton Ward, right now entering tonight out by 51 points. Ward could take over Elijah Fisher, possibly. If not, it is going to be close entering Chicagoland. Mike Hauser, Jason Williams, the top 10. $14 action-packed laps remaining. Just been made official. Travis Farmer done for the night. 15 to go. Elijah Fisher will get him by 1 point. Unless something happens to Fisher in the next 15 laps. We're running. Henning with a great start again. Right now, down the back straightaway. Inspired Motorsports teammates still staying 1 and 2. McKay, Hadaway, Colton Ward is working into the top 5 again. Robert Wilhoit, Hayden Williams, and Cade Cannon try that third lane. Jason Williams goes up with them. 14 to go, be 13 at the line. Now McKay up to cover to 53. Not able to get there. Jackson Hadaway running in fourth. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast the disappointment of a run. How New Hampshire ended 4-8 in contention for its first ever win, only to get wrecked on the last lap. Right now, Jackson Hadaway sitting in the catbird seat to possibly steal this win at Iracing Superspeedway. Here comes the big run again. Rolls out of it. McKay leaves him the door open. Jackson Hadaway up to third. Get a look at the sporky Colton Ward coming. Right now it is Stephen Henning Jr. leading the field at Iracing Superspeedway. And hell, what a win it would be after the Inspired 250 heartbreak. Another heartbreak at Daytona. With this race in Talladega remaining, can Stephen Henning Jr. go back to victory lane? Right now the field down the back straightaway. It's 11 to go. 10 of the longest laps for these drivers. Right now the field staying single file for the moment. Will Hoyt jumps out of line. Colton Ward going to try it. Ward coming for the lead. Not able to get there yet. He's going to stay side by side with Kennard as they enter turn 1. 10 laps to go. Double zero down below WLI. Caution's out. You serious? Colton Ward. Meatball flag, and you can dump this race on his head again. God almighty. And the Sporky will not go to victory lane tonight. From the Crash Chopper Cam will tell us this one. Robert Wilhoit pushing, turns Ward into the wall. You hate to see it. You hate to see it for Stephen Henning Jr. as well. Well, Stephen Henning Jr., your leader. Ninth caution of the night. But Justin Maddox up inside the top 10. Well, really, a lot of new faces that came into the picture. Mike Hauser won them, and not heard a lot of Hauser all night tonight. McConnell, neither. We talked about this race was going to be survival. Well, the way I see it, full throttle to the end. But I will say this. Do not count out a green-white checkered. In case we get a green-white checkered, I will elaborate the rules. You only get one attempt. It does not matter. The caution's out, pace truck's on the track, a flock of geese walking down the back straightaway. It will end under green, regardless. We've seen some amazing finishes, but also some hard to watch heartbreaks. Are we in for a treat tonight? Colton Ward in the pits. And if Ward can get back out there and not lose, he's already lost the race. The race is done. But right now, Ryan Hendon leader in 6th. Or 6 laps down in 19th, I should say. If Ryan can get back out there, he could still gain some points to Fisher. It will not be a lot. It will not be what the reward was looking like it was going to be. But still. And we're talking about making the playoffs. We're hyping up these drivers trying to make the playoffs and drivers trying to take the regular season championship. If we're hyping that up so big, you can imagine how good the playoffs are going to be because of it. The playoffs will start following the conclusion of Talladega, where, of course, we will know the top 10 drivers in the points. They will be going for the championship. February 9th, Kansas. February 16th, Charlotte. February 23rd, Michigan. March 2nd, Nashville. March 9th, Richmond. The final race before the Final Four, we will go from 10 to 4 at Darlington. March 16th, and then the championship finale, the Final Four. March 23rd, Homestead Miami Speedway. But right now, we have got to settle Iracing Superspeedway. We're rolling. 6 to go. Henning timed it perfectly again. Jackson Hadaway is going to occupy the inside. Here comes H&W Motorsports. And the kids are coming. Jackson up to the second spot. Hayden right behind him. Here comes Tyler right back on the outside again with Ben Kennert. Oh, Henning gets moved up into the outside lane. And you saw the car wiggle. That's going to allow Ben Kennert to get to the middle lane. Here comes Hadaway to the top spot. And he's got to take it away from a driver who's been here before countless times. Henning battling back on the outside lane. Big run. 5 to go. Ben Kennert dives it down to the middle lane. Get 3 wide for the lead. James McConnell in the wall. No harm, no foul. Oh! Tyler into Henning. Henning going back. Drivers run out of room. Drivers getting forced all over the place. And meanwhile, Jackson Hadaway. Oh, Will Hoyt Henning and others involved. Robert Will Hoyt's night has came to an end. Might have been a little bit quick in saying that. However, Stephen Henning Jr. Oh, there's more wrecking. What the hell's happened? McKay. Chris Lyotta. Apparently there's 2 wrecks here. Stephen Henning Jr. That's done. God almighty. 4 laps to go. Another heartbreak for Stephen Henning. Led 20 laps. Will claim the bonus points for leading the most laps, but not the way he wanted to claim them. What happened? Well, they wreck at the... Okay, hold up. 1 wreck at a time here. Mike Hauser comes up. Trying to come up. Everybody came together. Now, what happens here? What the hell? Hold up. I know I said one thing at a time. Oh, McKay and Hauser both come up into the wall. Good grief. All right. Diag one thing at a time here. Hauser comes up. McKay makes it 5 wide. And it's hard to say if Robert comes up or not. Yes, he does. And I don't think he knew that McKay was there or did not think he was going to be there. It falls in Henning's lap. Now, what in the world happens up here? Well, McKay gets the apron there. Mike Hauser coming up the track into Lyotta. Good grief. God almighty. Let's ride on board with Stephen Henning Jr. through all this. He ain't even gonna know it. Robert Wilhoit's on board. Robert's actually going to survive this and be pretty much okay. Let's run up on Mike Hauser because I got to understand here. I apologize for getting a little animated, a little emotional here. All right there. Okay, so 29 kind of forces the 22 down. Mike's trying to come back up. There's obviously going to be the wreck right there. Trying to slow down. Don't really hear Mike on the brakes. It's really the big thing. But I don't know. I'm not in the cockpit. I don't have the telemetry available. Hard to really say. I may or may not regret this. Stephen Henning, I'll be damned. He's away from
I don't know what the hell to say right now. Get told one thing and then go out there and I guess I'm driving around the squirrels. I guess I got my nuts cracked. I guess I don't know. I don't know what the hell to say anymore.
Well, buddy, I will say this from a team owner standpoint, it was a hell of a night. You walk out of here with the bonus points, I do believe, of leading the most laps. I know it's not the way you wanted it to go down, but a hell of a night. Really, why I got you here for a minute. Take me through, how was the racing as a total out there? A lot of 3 and 4 wide action, drivers taking moves. How was the night from your perspective up until that happened?
It was stressful right from the flag there. It was, you were white knuckling it, your heart was beating out of your chest, and especially once you got in that lead, you were definitely in for a wild ride, and you didn't know what lane was going to go where and do what, and I don't know.
Well, buddy.
Just getting sick and tired of having to do these interviews halfway through the race when I have a good car.
I know, buddy. I hate it for you.
Get told the same stuff.
Well, Steven, it was a hell of a journey tonight. And I'll be damned, when we go to Talladega with this car, checkers or records at this point.
At this point, yeah, it's got to be. I thought we had it in the bag tonight, Garrett. I do apologize, man.
You're good. You're good.
Man, it was feeling so good there.
I know it was, but it was a hell of a job. I'll let you go tonight.
Thank you.
And I'll see you next week for Chicagoland. Hell of a job tonight, buddy.
Thank you. Hell of a job up there.
Yes, sir. That tells 1,000 words. All right. H&W Motorsports 1, 2, and 3. This could be, very well could be, a dream night for H&W Motorsports. Jackson Hadaway trying to stay in the chase picture. Hayden Williams trying to defend the top 5 streak. Jason Williams looking for his first win. This could be cinema if it plays out. We're going to find out. Jackson, Hayden brings us down. The 2 kids at the front. We're rolling. Big checkup. And Hayden immediately down to the bottom. Right now, H&W Motorsports going to stay 1, 2, and 3. Down the back straightaway. 2 laps to go. Right now, Jackson is running the race of his life. Well, he's got security. He knows he's got his teammate behind him. Here comes Cade Cannon on the outside with Ben Kennard. They stall out. They're going to see it. White flag. 1 lap to go from Iracing Superspeedway. Thing about is, does the 53, does he step out? Jason way up the racetrack. Cannon's going to occupy it. Hayden block it with all of his life. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Get the photo finish camera ready, folks. This could be good. Well, the bad part is H&W separated. They enter turn 3 for the final time. Jackson's going to block it with all of his might. Going to go wide. Got to make that car wide. Down the front straightaway. Contact at the line. I can't call it. Oh, we're contact at the line. Pedro Santana with the win. Hayden Williams second. Jackson third. Jason Williams fourth. Ben Kennard the top 5. 39 thousandths of a second. And they wreck at the end. Only fitting. Through the Geico zone. Williams with a hell of a run. And at the line. Good grief. A chaotic way to end it. Yes, he did. Holy cow. It was a hell of a night, to say the least. We're going to give the 53 time to get into the interview room. It really, hell, a job well done. Never really left the top 10 for the majority of the night. I know was outside for a little while. The drivers burned it down. Jackson Hadaway, my hat's off to him. Did everything he could possibly do. Did everything he knew what to do, how to do. Let's see if while we wait for the 53 to get in here, if he does get in here, can talk to Jackson. Jackson Hadaway, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, did exactly what you wanted to do. Waited till the end and was there at the end. What more could you do on that last lap?
I don't know. That guy got such a huge run. Like I wasn't able to compete with it. I felt like if Hayden pushed me there at the end, I could have had a shot, but I felt like, especially when Hayden got tied off at the 3, I just knew I wasn't going to be able to get it. But I'll take a 3rd place and go on to Chicagoland.
Well, buddy, of course, coming into tonight, the gatekeeper for tonight, Hernandez issues, Tyler Stone issues, Hunter Azell upside down with issues, and some guys in front of you. Chris Lyotta, the big one, finishes deep in the field tonight. As we go forward, though it's not in the win, how does 3rd place sit right now, knowing that the top 10 in points has to be blown wide open at this point?
Ooh, it was just good getting a top 3 because I know, like, we have a road course coming up, and I'm not that good at those, and hopefully I'm still able to get some points out of it. Yeah, just keep having good runs. I think we have a Dega still to come, so hopefully we can try there. And yeah.
Well, buddy, it'll be H&W Motorsports 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. My last question I got to you is there anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Thank the good Lord above for everything he's done for me and my family over the year 2025. Started off 26, very good. Thanks to my dad, mom, brother, family members, friends. H&W Motorsports for giving me a fast car tonight. And yeah, hopefully we go get him at Chicagoland.
All right, buddy. For Jackson Hadaway, he will leave Iracing Superspeedway in a whole lot of a better spot than what he did when he entered. Jackson, appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thanks, Garrett.
Yes, sir. The other side of the equation to that. Hayden Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, for a second there, it looked like it was going to be the biggest day of H&W Motorsports. Unfortunately, not the case tonight. Walk me through the last lap. Did you feel like if you, your dad, and Hayden could have, or if Jackson all could have stayed together, was it going to be between the H&W cars?
Yeah, I was with me and Jackson planned to work. Me, Jackson, and Dad planned to work together to get Jackson in the front or get my dad to the front, but I slid up in one of the turns and the foreign guy got by me and it was just over from there. And at the finish line, I don't even know what happened. All I know is that I pushed someone, and then we were like 4 or 5 wide, and I thought I won. And the freaking whatever his name is, he passed me. So I don't know. That was crazy.
Take me through the night. A new experience for a lot of drivers, yourself included. How was the racing tonight? Like, really, was it what you kind of expected? Was it more than what you expected? Or really, how would you rate the package for tonight?
Well, it was fun, I'll tell you that. I feel like if we would have had a faster pair or two, it would have been even funner there at the end. Gave more people chances. But yeah, that was fun. It was not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting way more cautions.
We had 10.
Well, I was expecting like 15, but but yeah. Oh, just glad we brought home a P2.
Well, buddy, I got to say, you're going to keep the top 5 streak alive. 3 starts in the Cup Series, three finishes inside the top 10. As we go forward, is there any tracks on your bucket list? We know Fuji, how it works for you in road courses. Chicagoland can practically be a toss-up in its own right, along with Talladega. How the next 4 races in the remaining regular season, how do they look? We're not going to bring up trying to get Jason and Jackson into the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they both have just blown that gap wide open. But for Hayden, where is the confidence level?
Well, the next couple of tracks, they're all really fun. Fuji, I gotta win there. Maybe we can do that again. Maybe I'll have to make more pay. I'll have to do a lap or 2 around the track again. Don't want that getting stripped away.
No, hell no.
Well, I'll just go. I'll just go out there and do what I always do. Just run out there and see what happens with the points at the end of the day.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on a second place run tonight. Hayden Williams will keep the top 5 streak alive and leave Iracing Superspeedway second. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Got a couple more interviews still to come. Before I do anything, we're going to go ahead and run through the final results. Unofficial, and Lord, I feel bad for the admin meeting. At the end of it, the 53, I have to get with him, see how to pronounce that name. But 53, your winner tonight, Hayden Williams, Jackson Hadaway, Jason Williams, Ben Knert, your top 5. Cade Cannon, a hell of a recovery from how the race started. Same can be said for James McConnell, he'll come 07. Joseph Maddox, Mike Hauser, Zachary Tyler, the top 10. Hunter Azell, Tyler Stone, Bobby Hadaway, Robert Wilhoit, Jeffrey Peppers, Colton Ward, Stephen Henning Jr. God almighty. The heartbreak continues at Superspeedway's Robert McKay in the same breath will finish 18th. McKay had a hell of a run going. Ben saw a lot of carnage tonight. But Ryan Henry leader 19th. Josh Henderson. Go home in 20th. Matt Morrison, Chris Loda, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Thomas Fernandez, Dustin Watney, Darcy Hard, Jesse Glover rounds out the field for tonight. Get Mike Hauser up here in the booth. Well, Mike Hauser's gone. All right, get Chris Loda up here in the booth. If I can drag. Chris Loda, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Do, brother.
Well, I'll be damned. Hell of a night for the 69 up in the going. Once the spin happened earlier in the race, looked like it was pretty much game over for the 69. Take us through the night.
First off, I do want to say thank you for everybody that watched, including our NASCAR legend himself, Dale Jr. Unfortunately, he was my pick to. His pick was me to win, and sorry I couldn't get the job done, Dale. But overall, the 6-9 camp was better than what it should have been. Just got absolutely bodied and all that. So
take me through it. Of course, like I've mentioned before, first time a lot of us. I've ran this track before, and I'm terrified of this track, to say the least. So,
I'm pretty positive I caused the one that I spun. I got side drafted and just came down to try to block the 77 and definitely turned myself. Got a little bit of rear damage, all that. But other than that, it was all good.
Well, take me.
And it's just the way that the cookie crumbled.
Well, take me through the night. Really explain to me how the cars were in the draft, going well above 230. Hell,
They
probably.
were fine. They were fine. Everybody just didn't know what to expect with it, and just couldn't do anything with it.
Well, buddy, it was a standout performance, to say the least, for the 69 camp. I got to ask you, came into the night pretty comfortable. That's great.
Not comfortable anymore.
Well,
not comfortable anymore, that's for sure.
Well, on the contrary, a lot of drivers behind you, below you, ever how you want to say it, in the playoffs, did not fare so fortunate. Travis, Hernandez, 25th.
That was a good thing, but unfortunately, Jackson Hadaway is going to be our closest person to us, I believe, and he finished third place. So, good job for them. They were able to do the job right, but I believe I'm getting passed by him at least.
Well, buddy,
took him this long to get by me, but
well, buddy, my last two questions I got going forward after tonight, and everybody knew coming into tonight this was going to be the wild card. Everybody knew that. My question for you: Chicagoland, Fuji, Talladega, the last three races in the regular season. Where is the confidence level for the 69 team walking out of here tonight?
Talladega is going to be another wild card. It's just that's that. Talladega wild card. Chicagoland, we need to finish above Jackson. We need to finish above Jackson at Fuji, which I'm guaranteed both to be probably better than him there due to experience with it. Been practicing there the last couple of weeks, and then Talladega, wild card, all just
pretty much the unknown.
I'm pretty confident that no matter the outcome of points, in everybody that is behind me in points, that we have a playoff contender car. Do we have a championship winning car? No. But I do have a feeling I can make playoffs. I'm not missing it this time. It ain't happening.
Well, Chris Lauda, last question I got for you before I let you out of here. Is there anybody you want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah. Just again, everybody that watched tonight, the parents were watching. They saw me get dumped, unfortunately. Happy with the sponsors that we got. Happy with everything else that we have. It's just wrong place, wrong time for me the first time, and I let one get away. I'm not gonna let it happen next time.
Well, Chris Lowe, a hell of a job up until the spin. Appreciate your time tonight. Look forward to seeing you. Look forward to seeing you next week at Chicagoland.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good night, Garrett.
You too. All right. Ben Kennert will be up next following this driver's interview. Cade Cannon, what do you got to say?
I'm happy. I did what I came into college, finished top 10 state. At least I know I got in a little bit of trouble, a few things here and there, but I still finished clean. I felt like I should have at least been a top 5, top 4 maybe at the end there, but, that's what happens when people... I know, but, I felt like I was going to have at least maybe a chance for the win if something happened, and then next thing I know, I see a guy go from the wall to the damn bottom of the track where I'm even down there, and I chose to play it smart and not try to kill him. But, at the end of the day, I came in here, and I said, I'm just trying to leave at least a good position and help myself in the points. I think I've easily accomplished that tonight, which now allows me, I feel like, to, depending on how points look after tonight, the next race, I should be able to push it a little bit harder and just absolutely go for it towards the end here, and hopefully wherever we end up with Dega, that I can know I'm in a good position, that I can just run for it, and if I wreck out, I wreck out, but I can just absolutely send it.
Well, Cade, I will say this. Take me through the wreck earlier in the race. How much damage did that give to 19? Because it looked like a pretty significant shot into the inside wall, followed by pretty much getting squeezed up there.
Honestly, it didn't do much. It gave us, I think, about a minute or something of damage, optional damage. I know there was some damage that wasn't fixable. I don't know, but that didn't even, I'll fully admit, didn't even hurt us one bit. So, thankfully, we were able to fix a little bit of that damage each time we had caution, and eventually fix it all up, and we were good to go. And then, unfortunately, we got into our back end of our teammate Colton when he got wrecked, because I thought he was going to keep it high, and he kept coming down low, and I thought he was going to keep coming low, and he didn't come low, and I ended up absolutely running into the back of him. But that actually somehow helped me, because by being able to fix that damage and take tires, and somehow I pulled a Lightning McQueen, Days of Thunder, by somehow being that damn pace car out of that pit road, barely. It actually helped me, because when that last huge wreck happened, I went from P like 15, 14 to P like the top 10. And I was like, okay, this is that's what I needed right there, and it helped me in the end, so I'll take it no matter what. Damage didn't do much though, thankfully, and we were able to continue fixing it as much as we could.
Okay, Cannon, a hell of a job tonight, to say the least. It'll be the third straight top 10 for the number 9 team. My last question I got for you, is there anybody you want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Definitely shout out to Jordan. He didn't make this paint scheme, but as a bunch of y'all know, if y'all listen, Jordan makes a bunch of my paint schemes, whether it's Cup, Trucks, Xfinity, whatever series it is, he usually makes them. So shout out to him for all the hard work he does and continues to do, no matter if it's my paint scheme or anyone's. Shout out to him. Shout out to the loaners. I thought we can go get a dub here tonight somehow, some way, but wasn't for it. But shout out to that team. Amazing owners, amazing teammates. Shout out to Garrett in the booth, even though I'm shouting you out. I'm in here, but I'm still shouting you out. Shout out to Jackson. I'll give him what his dues to do. I thought he had it. I really did. Things just, teammates didn't help him towards the end there, unfortunately, and the 00, which I think his actual number was 53. I don't know. He just made the perfect out of 4 move, and I'll give him both credits, but Jackson, I really thought had to do to him, and just out to this whole racing league. It's always fun to be in here. We have our days like tonight that was very stressful, because we didn't know what was possible right around the corner, but at the end of the day, it's still fun no matter what.
All right, for Cade Cannon, it is a 6th place run tonight. He will turn his attention to Saturday night for Road America. Until then, Cade, hell of a job tonight. We'll see you Saturday night.
Thank you.
That being said, last, definitely not least, Ben Kennard, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Hello, yeah. How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good, I got to say. Spinning all the way back to a top 5 spot. Take me through the night. It was pandemonium, chaotic, draft field, everything in between all that. How would you summarize the night for the 46?
I mean, last time you did an interview, you said this was a wild card. I'd say definitely was. But you know, this track is really, really easy to get to get back places on if you know what you're doing, and if you have experience on this track. Luckily, I've run this track in IndyCar before, so I probably have more experience. It is even crazier in IndyCar. So, I have a little bit more experience than some of these guys, and that helped me get back up to the top 5. The spin didn't mess me up too much because I didn't get any damage from it really. I got like 30 seconds worth, so it wasn't too bad of a setback. But that photo finish, I think we had like 0.08 of a second between the top 5. That was pretty crazy. But overall, it was a really fun race. I enjoyed it.
Well, and of course, I'm going to ask you what I asked your team owner earlier in the broadcast. More known for your road course experience, and obviously we've seen it. You know, that Daytona road course this past season was a hell of a feat in its own right. I got to ask though, you seem to have really fired off on the ovals for somebody just learning the ovals. Where is does the season keeps winding down, out of contention mathematically, I believe, for a playoff spot? But really, how is this building the confidence for season 3 with this league? Is it safe to say Simtech Racing will be a championship contender on the Cup side come season 3?
I mean, this season has always been kind of a learning season. Everyone's rookie season is. I'm still learning my way around some of the guys here, and I think the biggest thing is with pace, especially at ovals, is experience, right? Because a lot of these tracks I'm running for the first time ever. Like I've never run Kansas, for example, last week. Never ran that before. Chicagoland, never ran it before. So I think as we return to tracks that we've already had experience at, we will get better and better. And I think, you know, I think we might be in championship contention. I think it's too early to say. At the current trajectory, I feel like we could make the playoffs. I'm not sure about, probably not championship 4 right now, but we'll see where everything falls when we actually get to season 3. So.
Well, Ben, a hell of a job for you tonight. My last question, the one that ends our interviews: is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Obviously, I'd like to thank the guys at Simtech. I got a lot of tutelage from the 11, Dustin Walenti, super speedway racer. He kind of helped me cut back through the field after that incident and helped me out with the strategy side of things. And of course, everyone else in Simtech, Ben and James, and the admin team for, again, running these races, and you for running these broadcasts. I know you're probably running a little overtime right now because of how long the race took and all the interviews, so I'll leave it at that.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it to the higher ups at the end of it here. A hell of a job tonight, Ben. Appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing you at Road America.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. With that being said, man, what a night. Man, what a night. But at the end of it, the 53 survives the field, survives the carnage, and steals the win away from an H&W Motorsports 1-2-3 potential finish. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. It was a long race, a hell of a race, and everything that we pretty much imagined this race was going to be. Put on a great show. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. And yeah, until then, I'll see everybody back here on the Inspired Racing Network channel on Saturday. Until then, have all eyes MMS, HGR, Midnight Racing League, all that will be streamed under PGR. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a fun week. Look forward to covering all the action. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. Have a good night. I'll see you Saturday for more Inspired Racing League.